Thanks to Amaranth for sponsoring this video. All right, we're doing another studio tour today, and this time we are with Cam from Blacktail Studio. We are in the Blacktail Studio, I suppose, right?
This is my old shop. My coworker told me, he's like, isn't it technically Blacktail Garage? But now we're in a studio.
That's right. Patrick Tomaso is back, everybody. Yay! Are you feeling 100%? What's your percentage, Patrick?
I'm dying right now. I can't be holding it. I'm good. I'm like 90%. We're good to go.
Everybody who gave him well wishes in the last video. Patrick had an injury, and he wasn't able to shoot my last video.
What happened, Patrick?
I fell off an e-bike.
And you believe that?
I feel like he would have liked to come, so the fact that he didn't. Yeah. But he's back, and today we're trying the Alpha one with the 16 to 25 again, but now in the capable hands of Mr. Tomaso.
I've got a few workstations here. I've got this mobile bench. We use this if we have to do something like super formal. Like have like an epoxy workshop. I've got like a finishing workshop that's different than a YouTube video that's more of like talking head stuff.
These are like courses that you sell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the epoxy one we sell, the finishing one's free.
Okay. He's already plugging stuff. You know, I was like, okay, take us through. Plug.
Yeah, I mean, it's on sale now, but no urgency. Exactly. This is the best tool in media. It took me forever. I've got tripods. I've tried like a bunch of different ones, and I freaking love this thing. And I tried to get them to sponsor me, and they wouldn't. So
who makes this one?
Studio Titan.
So it is film gear. It's not like something you improvise with.
No. Okay. Have you not seen this before?
I don't think so. I mean, I've seen one stand setups, but I haven't seen this one.
My thing with shooting something is static shots are really boring. So when I like push something through the table saw, I will if I'm filming by myself, which I don't have to anymore, I'll push like halfway through. Sometimes I'll turn the saw off. I'll move the camera lower, and then I'll turn the saw back on and finish the cut, so it looks like a multi-camera shot. But it was such a pain moving tripod legs. So this one, you can just like, and then
that is fast.
Roll it around.
And they just have like a fluid head on here.
Yeah, and this, you can adjust it however you want.
Oh, from the ball.
This is, you probably know what tripod I have, but it stays.
Well balanced?
Most of the time.
Yeah.
I was like, there's pressure on this right when I did that, because I was like, what if it doesn't stay this time? But yeah.
It does seem like you'd be able to set up a second shot really quickly.
Yeah.
While we're here at the camera, what do we, for the gearheads and mounts, what are we rocking here?
This was a suggestion from a guy on YouTube I watch.
Okay.
Yeah, we got an A7 IV Ninja 5 Plus.
What bozo gave you this combination recommendation?
No, yeah, watched that guy on YouTube. Again, I don't want to plug anybody unnecessarily.
That's right.
And then we even, I modified this down there so we can do a quick switch to the low shots.
Oh, you'll sling the camera down there? That's
slide
fun.
it in there.
This is pretty smart. And you run it all off of V-mount?
This is new.
You still have a battery in here though. Do you go USB-C to the camera?
Yeah, we just have the charger thing.
Right.
And it pretty much runs it all day, unless it overheats.
How are you finding the A7 IV overheating in the garage setting?
Not very often.
No?
It's happened, but not very often.
The summer's been getting warm for you, right? Like you getting...
We haven't had it actually turn off this year yet. And
how hot has it gotten so far? Like in the 100? Or?
Yeah, we've been in the 100 so far.
I think that's like, what is that, like 30 something C? We're Canadian.
I know.
So we gotta translate your weird
Nobody that watches your videos is Canadian though.
That's true, yeah, 5% Canadian or whatever.
Yeah. And I like to pretend like I'm a photographer part-time, so that's why I didn't go like full cinema FX.
Yeah. Do you take this one off and run around and take photos with it?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. 4K 30, you shoot 30 frames per second?
Yeah.
Right.
You should have come when my channel was a little bit younger, because I got to 700,000 subscribers using only my iPhone.
Yeah?
And I even edited on my iPhone.
Oh, wow.
I didn't have editing software.
He's shooting with PP off, so just like standard movie gamma. You don't bother shooting in log and stuff like that. Right out of camera, do you color grade it at all? Or?
He tweaks it, but not like a full grade. Yeah.
And then for audio, do you do a lot of voiceover? Mm-hmm. So you're probably not mic'd up when you're in the shop, right?
Only if we're doing those workshop type deals.
Right.
We found that it almost is more distracting, because when I'm on camera, it's something spontaneous. It's like, oh, this just happened, and it's distracting if the audio is too good. So we like a little bit of shop echo from the shotgun mic.
The Rode Video Mic NTG.
Yep.
That's the type of ones where you'll be in the middle of like a montage, and then it'll cut to you and be like, I don't know if this is gonna work, or whatever, like the two camera stuff.
Just like that, yeah. As I'm doing this now, I don't know that I'm gonna save it. Like, I think I will, but it also looks like shit to me.
Would you build these stairs?
I did. There's a video on blacktailstudio.com. You can check that out. This is one of my better videos, actually.
I'm a big fan of Cam's channel, so I've seen all these videos.
Well, what kind of wood is this then?
This is what do you call it? Pine?
Looks like a pine tree.
A pine tree?
Yes.
Oh, pine.
Good guess. No.
Give me a hint.
It's a man's name.
Burl.
Who do you know named Burl?
Burl Ives.
Mappa Burl. This is Doug Fur.
Oh yeah, I know Mr. Fur.
That's the mayor of Toronto.
Exactly, Douglas Fur.
Yeah.
Is this used for housing?
Yeah. It's generally made for 2x4s and studs.
That's
and
why
things
I
like
said pine, because I thought 2x4s are made of pine for some reason.
Generally, they're not. Pine's a little weak. I think there's some type of pine that
You know
they do.
what?
Yeah.
You're a little weak, okay? Nobody talks trash about pine.
Look, you're in my element now. You can roast my office and my video gear. You're not going to roast my stairs.
Okay.
This is a kind of all our excess camera stuff.
Gear locker, if you will.
Gear locker.
Hey, you know what, Patrick?
Oh, there it is.
We found a tool chest that was not a Husky.
It's a Craftsman.
It's because this is in the YouTube studio first. It's a workshop first.
Well, so we have that.
Oh, he's got a Husky over there.
and a Husky there, and I have another one in my garage.
I've got this running gag that if a YouTuber has a tool chest in their studio, it's a Husky tool chest.
Do you know why that is?
Home Depot sells it for
cheap.
cheap. Yeah, exactly.
This is actually a great tool chest. That one is terrible, and they're both Husky.
That's the YouTuber tool chest right there.
It is, yeah.
Because that's the $200 one.
Yeah, that door, that won't even close anymore. We'll do the gimbal for reveals mostly.
Okay.
So like I ended the video, just B-roll reveal. So Scott will go do all the gimbal shots. Some more bunch of batteries, the lenses.
What are you using the L series batteries for? Oh,
That was
before you
before.
got the V mount.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So we'll still usually take the V mount now with us because this one's light enough to just clip onto the cage. But we could have those.
Oh, you did a little cutaway on a little drawer here. That looks nice.
Fancy, right? How'd I do?
Looks great.
Good.
90mm macro.
I love that.
it.
Yeah, I love that lens.
It's a great lens. 200 to 600 too. This
Yeah.
is not for shooting in the shop.
It's a tight shot. For the trip I'm planning,
Yep.
do you think I would be good enough with a 2x teleconverter? You think that would be good, or should I buy like a 100 to 400 Sigma or something?
I like the 7200 with a teleconverter more than I like the 100 to 400.
Okay.
The 200 600 is great too, though. So I don't know if you're trying to only carry one lens, but like
No, I'm gonna pack it all.
I think with a 200 to 600 and a 7200 and then the teleconverter, I think you're covered. I mean, pack the teleconverter because it works on both lenses. If you want to get a 1200 mil shot,
I haven't even thought of that.
right? And it's small. These two lenses with a teleconverter, you've got a lot going on. I like that it's minimal and everything seems to be in use.
I thought there was gonna be more of a roast here.
It's
It's perfect though,
You
right?
got a good setup. Yeah.
You got a good setup.
right,
It's
good.
simple. You're like, this is the stuff I need. This is stuff I use. Like I said, it's dusty, but what am I gonna do? The guy shoots in a wood shop, you know. Like,
And this is not dusty for me.
so you have racks of wood, right?
Yep.
So let's say you were gonna work on a table. I know it's more advanced than this in terms of thinking of the project, whatever. But let's say today you were gonna pull down one of those pieces of wood. What do you do first? You run it through like a planer or something, or cut it to size, or
So
you take it to your buddies and get them to do it.
I do that. Like this one just went. So it was in here 2 days ago. It's actually really awkward pulling it out with a forklift. We have to like put a strap over it and
Like, how heavy is
it.
one of these? Like 500 pounds, or?
Yeah, these are probably 500. These are probably 300-400.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we'll shoot from outside when it's not too hot. Shoot in, pull out, rip it down to size so we can get it through the planer. Which I got, things like this. So we'll pull out these tools, cut it down to size.
Does this have an APS-C crap on it?
Yeah, that one's Super 24.
Okay, you get in the menu and
I think it actually is a 24 blade.
Teleconverter?
24 blade tooth. Yeah, basically just start cutting it down, getting it flat, and then making it pretty.
and so you'll just be moving the camera around as you do all these things.
Yeah, it depends on. I mean, so if we're building legs, we'll have a lot of shots. I like really tight shots.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to tell Scott I'm like tighter, and then we'll get the macro for a lot of them. And so, we always. It's kind of probably a generic formula, but we start wide and then have a couple really tight shots and end wide.
Scott knows how to shoot TV and film, man. Or
Single cam show.
single camera shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shooting for coverage.
That's right. Yeah.
I do. It's not great for cinematography, but I do a lot of time lapses just because some of the stuff is so time consuming. I want to show people that I was also there for a long time.
As you're working through, how do you handle changing lighting and especially do you like to shoot the doors open often?
Yeah, that window. This
And yeah, you got windows too.
is our nemesis right here.
Right.
We do have those screws up there that we have stick a blanket on it that looks
Okay.
really awkward. But this is like right where we shoot 50% of what we do, and it's always where this spot is like moving through.
Right.
And then Scott actually had that in his car, and that's just stayed up there, that screen.
From the 5-in-1 reflector?
Yeah, because that one was getting in our way too.
Do you just like to keep the like? Why not just permanently have it covered? Do you like the window light other times?
I guess just because it looks ugly having something over. Like if I had nice blinds, which I could get, but I just haven't. The daylight's nice for the most part. In the afternoon, it comes in pretty hot. It'll come into, I don't know, halfway through that slab.
Right.
So, especially when it's actually hot, it's.
Do you just stop down over there, or do you pull in at that point and shoot away from it?
I'll pull it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. If the sun's actually on it, it's not really usable.
So what do you use the So okay, you have shop lighting, which looks like LED strips or something.
Yeah, they're 8-foot like Amazon shop lights. They're like, I think they're like $15 a piece, and they work pretty freaking great. There's very little flicker with them.
You do have a little octabox above your head.
Yeah.
What do you use that
for? Extra light, basically.
Yeah.
It's generally just not quite enough. We do, like I said, a lot of shooting right here.
So is that meant to shine down on a surface?
Yeah, so it's really just more light, and it's obviously good light, better than what's up there. We'll do a lot of our table finishing here. So we'll have it set up here, shoot with those lights off so you don't get any glare, because when you put the oily finish on, this lights that up, put the finish on, so it's kind of a satisfying shot.
Lantern over here?
Yep.
Both of these are Amaran lights.
Yeah, those are the same. This is just kind of our, again, extra light, need to fill in areas. Show you kind of what this would be. I'm gonna get in Patrick's way here.
No worries.
Run you over.
It'd be like let's say we want a shot of turning that switch on here,
Yeah.
like this one. Getting that hard to find light. So it'd be something like that. Just weird, odd angles. So we'd be somewhere over here, and that's a little awkward light, but.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I like automation in terms of just like everything's in one place.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, let's go get this light, because then we just won't. So having everything right here, and we have our extra cards and our dust thing.
This is like the one time I didn't bring any.
Gerald came.
I'll have to mail you some, because this is unacceptable.
That was honestly the only reason I allowed you to come. I saw you give someone a cable, and like, finally.
Free cables. Come
Yeah.
on down.
I'll send you a little care package in the mail, because
All right.
we gotta replace this with a nice purple one.
Yeah, purple is definitely my color.
And what's going on here, Cam?
It's a little limp.
Why? What happened to that?
I think I smacked it a little too hard.
With
We
what?
had the ceiling. Don't be weird. No, I think we had.
Oh, because you went up on
Yeah,
the thing?
I think we were like pushing it in here, and I think it's bent it back.
Okay. It kind of sounds like you're blaming the light instead of yourself. If anything, this is a testament to Amaran, which again is the sponsor of this video. They're rugged enough for a wood shop. Every time I'm supposed to do these integrations, Amaran likes to push that they're good lights for content creators. That they're affordable, but also full color options, a range of fixture styles from tube lights to ones you can use in an octobox or whatever. But then I keep finding myself in applications where they're being used in interesting places like a wood shop, and they're still holding up.
I tell people, and this is not Amaran because they're not paying me, but I told people before I had a YouTube channel to buy photography lights, whoever makes
Right.
it, versus buying shop lights.
Right.
Shop lights are more expensive and then are generally worse.
Yeah, they don't look as good.
Yeah, so woodworkers need a lot of light. That's never been cleaned.
Was this the 200D?
And that thing gets, I don't know if we fully dropped it, but we've smacked it around all over the place.
That's good to know that even the more cost-effective Amaran lights are still rugged enough for a wood shop. Amaran's great. Okay, none of these studio tours. I didn't like email people like, who uses Amaran lights so we can go tour them. I chose creators that I really like. Cam's one of them, and they all just happen to have Amaran lights. So if you want to be cool like Cam, that's like it's such like an old school plug. If you want to be cool like Cam, get yourself a 200D.
It's like an 80s anti-drug commercial.
Yeah, exactly. How sharp are your chisels? How often you get asked that question?
Not enough. Depends on the chisel. These ones should be pretty sharp.
Yeah.
This is my latest one that I'm really happy with.
Marking knife.
Yep. And this was a lot harder than I thought to get them to look really good with the Damascus and also work really well. Because you get more of you can scrape it up. So we have those. We have the kind of big one for me. So this is the big product
N3
for
Nano?
me. N3 Nano.
This guy talks about N3 Nano. Then it's such a great
Here, you get
integration.
a cinematic shot there.
Because you have to finish your tables at the end of every video, right?
It's actually terrible because The best integrations are at the start of the videos.
Sorry, what I mean is like seamless, or like where it doesn't feel forced.
I just rather bet on myself and have my own product of something like I actually like and I actually use versus the VPNs or the video games.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta do a Raid Shadow Legends. you gotta do a Raid Shadow Legends spot. What's going on? I don't know about this slidey. Oh, okay. It's so you can show off the bottle inside. I see what's going on.
Give me a nice little cinema.
You ready?
Don't do up and down again. That made me uncomfortable.
It improves the look, the sheen, all the contrast, all that, but then also like super water repellent.
Yeah. You don't need a coaster? Or you should still use a coaster?
I'm paranoid and I still use coasters, but that's actually been in an ad that I did for it was like, my wife and her friends are terrible with coasters, so now I can like at least wait till the end of dinner before I'm like wiping everybody's stuff up.
This is where you cut specifically to Larry David. Do you respect
Yeah, exactly. I've been using that bit in other videos. This is the one time where it would fit.
It actually works.
And I'm not going to use it because he respects the wood. We don't need the Larry David bit.
He's my people. Do you want to try to cut a bow tie yourself?
Using your...
So you'd use the bandsaw. I'd have to guide you through it. You think you can do it without cutting yourself?
I've used a bandsaw for it.
Are you afraid?
Am I afraid? Okay.
Should we cut?
We'll cut a bow tie. Let's cut a bow tie. Come on. I'm not afraid of your damn bow tie cutting.
Should we show them what a bow tie is supposed to look like before you do it? Bow tie or Dutchman joint. This is a really narrow one. I won't challenge you to make one that hard.
Okay.
All right. I'll show you how we do it.
Okay, let's show me. So you want to explain to the people at home who aren't into woodworking what a bow tie is for?
Yeah, so I'll probably put some bow ties, like this is a crack here, can't see it through the epoxy, but we'll probably put a couple bow ties over that.
It's preventative, right? Is the idea?
So it's a wood wedge that prevents the crack from splitting.
Right.
So, make you cut one?
Sure.
Pretty good.
Rough in the center there.
We could fake that with a chisel.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Rate Gerald's bow tie in the comments.
A big bulk of the Blacktail Studio vibe comes from smooth talk and voiceover, you know, with also peppers in strange insults and like, you know, just like complaints about his life and stuff like that. Like, that's actually my favorite thing with the videos. You'll start to be like, hey guys, Cam, today we're working on a new walnut table here. By the way, have you ever bought a car? And like you go to the dealership and the guy's like, hey, you should get this and that. I'm just like, what's this guy talking about? But at the same time, you're getting something ready or whatever.
I've learned people don't care that I talk about, they don't care what I'm talking about.
As it turns out, apparently only boomers like myself wear ankle socks and all the cool kids now wear crew socks. I was telling two of them a story. I got done with the story and one of them looked me right in the eye and said, Cap.
So show us how you do your voiceovers if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's not in here.
It'd be funny if he's like, yeah, so I just get in real close. And I go, hey guys, we're gonna do another walnut epoxy table today.
So this is the editing suite. The part that matters for the voiceover is this. And
I never would have expected that. I mean, it does the job fine, but
I don't know how to hook up the fancier XLR ones or whatever.
Yeah. So what's the flow? So is the video already edited, or you edit down the segments and then you talk over them?
So Scott gets me usually like if I say I think this video is going to be 25 minutes, he'll bring me a 45-minute video, and then we'll kind of make those decisions together on cutting this, doing this, and then then I'll do usually one or two more passes of just kind of fine-tuning it. So when I do the voiceover, most everything's done. I'll usually end up pulling another like minute out just to make things line up a little better.
Sure.
And then we just set up the ADR on DaVinci, and
you watch it back.
Yeah, I'm watching it. Like I just am talking. I don't know. You know this, or people know this. I don't do any script or anything. I just ramble.
To a credit, it's not just rambling. It feels very conversational. It feels almost like hanging out with a friend. You're catching up.
I was always very right down the middle for my first probably 100 videos, where it's just I'm the Bob Vila. I'm just woodworker. Here's how you do it. Here, yada yada. And one video, I made a joke about people that complain about my voiceovers because I do get people that you just talk nonstop. And so I said that I actually found a workaround for this. If you're interested, you can open it.
Mute button.
Yeah, I'm like you can open a new tab, play whatever music you want in the whole world, and then mute me, and then you can do that. And people loved it. Like it was one of my most subscribed to videos ever. It was, I got all this positive feedback, and I'm like, oh, I can be a little snarky.
I find that Cam almost has an adversarial relationship with his audience, and it works so well for because I'm the type of person that isn't going to leave you a negative comment or anything. So for me, watching you kind of go back and forth with the snarky stuff, whatever, it's so entertaining. And I'm sure a lot of your audience who's like me, who's just like a regular viewer, loves it.
Someone commented recently, I'm paraphrasing, but it said, you have the perfect blend of like, I don't know, genuine integrity and on your audience.
Exactly.
That's pretty well said.
I get called a jerk for these studio tours.
Oh, yeah, you're kind of mean. Is that why you're being so nice to mine?
The problem is I have resting disinterested face. And it's just the truth. But some people find it funny because they'll be like, "What do you think, Gerald?" And I'll be like, "Huh?" And then they'll laugh because, but it's my nature. Yeah. So they'll see me go through some crazy fancy studio of some YouTuber who's got it all, and I'm just kind of like, "What's that, a camera robot?" Yeah. Sorry guys, it's just my face. We're having a good time. Yeah. I just don't know how to look like it.
Then I'm about to blow your mind.
Okay.
Because this is also a webcam. Go, I'll get a shot of his face.
What are you using over here? Is that A7 III?
Yeah.
Using DaVinci Resolve?
Yep.
Always? Or did you change?
No, that was, well, I switched from iMovie on my iPhone.
Right. PC?
PC, yeah. We're all about political correctness.
And the computer too.
Yes, yes.
Intel Core i7-9700K with a RTX 20. I mean, that's it's like two and a half gens old or whatever, but I was like top of the line when that came out.
Okay. We do go off a NAS now. I watched you with Zach on Jerry Rig, and we have many times gone back and used the original footage.
This is like a direct call by the part. It's like you cut to me being like, "Have you ever pulled up a 2021 clip of you something and put it into a new video that wasn't available on the finished video that you could have just taken from that?"
No. I was like yelling at the computer.
I do.
Yeah. No, all those big like 3-hour compilations I've done. Yeah. I had all the text of like, enter to win this giveaway that was 3 years old. So like we had to pull everything out.
How are you going to the net? So are you running wires or just wirelessly or?
It's just through the interweb.
I knew you were going to say some boomer shit there.
It's on the line.
It's on the line. Yeah. So you did some sound treatment in here. Hung some black pipe from the ceiling.
Yeah, real classy. It's the dorm room chic.
And then it looks like some moving blankets. Are these?
No, those are sound blankets.
Oh yeah, they are heavy. I was like, are these rated for sound? You see a lot of sound blankets, and then they're just like moving. The blankets you use on your truck or whatever.
In my shop, those are all moving blankets. But these, I think, were these a Gerald and Josh video?
Where'd you get it from? Producer's Choice?
I don't know.
But no, yeah, I talk about sound blankets all the time. They're like crazy effective versus if you wanted to like treat the whole room, just put up a bunch of sound blankets and move on with your life.
No, these they were great. They don't look great, if I'm being honest, but
why does this room gotta look good?
It doesn't.
That's right. Although you did put, which explains why you put this hunk of junk in here. Who made this?
Yeah, that's just something from IKEA.
Oh, hammered metal on the back.
It's pretty classy. No, the reason it's down here is because my wife didn't want it upstairs. So
it's well made.
So I like this piece so much that I have it for like a ridiculous amount on my website because I don't want to sell it, and so that's why it's just down here.
I just got to appreciate for the first time that any Blacktail fans, I get to do it and you don't. See, I'm being adversarial to your audience now.
Finally.
It's whenever you're just around cam salon, I get to feel the finished result, you know? You do a lot of this in the video, you're like, that's good, that's nice. Patrick, I'm making a face here, okay?
Yeah, it's like,
he does a lot of this.
You need the cutaway too. So
he does a lot of this. Like,
it's exactly like I look.
Like that. But then you wonder at home, you're like, what's that actually feel like, you know? And it's a 9.2 out of 10 smoothness, you know?
This one is a little different because all these different planks glue up, so standard glue up.
Just a glue up. Standard glue up.
Standard glue up.
The old standard glue up. All right, so we got a pretty powerful PC. You have a game on that bad boy?
Nope.
just a nothing answer. Nope.
Yeah, no, I'm the furthest thing from a gamer. I played Tecmo Super Bowl back in
Super Nintendo or whatever that was.
Sega.
Is this your key light for your for your conference calls?
My video calls. Good.
Smallest picture imaginable at a full distance.
Highlight.
Yeah.
You look like the Addams Family. What's that?
See, this is more the roast I was hoping for.
Raccoon eyes, or what do you mean?
What's the wife in Addams Family? Somebody help me out here.
Elvira.
Elvira, right?
Orson Welles.
Nosferatu.
Morticia.
Who's Elvira?
Morticia's the kid, isn't it?
101 Dalmatians.
The monkey's his uncle?
They're like doing the horror
this is the
movies.
video, guys. This is the video. We're
This is
going to cut out all the other stuff.
This is what people come for.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a glue up.
It's a glue up. Classic glue up.
This is exactly how I thought this tour would go. How many takes do you think of? How long was the video, Scott, that we did that you counted? Was it 40 minutes? or 35 minutes.
That was probably like a 35-minute.
I could see you getting stuck on one section that you do like 25 times or whatever, and then maybe a handful here throughout, and it comes to like 30, 40 total. I don't know.
750.
What the hell?
Yeah. So no, people think that I'm good at the voiceovers, and I just over and over and over again. I'll have pretty regularly like 40 takes for one section.
Well, Cam, I've finished your tour. There's your final score sheet. We tabulated it for you there, and you can keep that for your records.
I need a recount.
And because you passed,
Yeah. How many purple dots?
you get yourself a little purple star there.
You didn't ask for consent.
Nobody ever takes offense to getting a purple star.
I take offense that I saw somebody get 2 in a video.
Well, audience, these aren't studio reviews. This is me going hanging out with somebody else and holding the clipboard as a joke. Every time we get to one of these tours, the gracious host or guest or however you want to put it, they're always like, so how do you like to do things and what's the structure or whatever? And Patrick and I was like, I don't know, we're going to roll the camera, we're going to goof around for an hour and we'll see what happens. You know?
I was expecting some level of professionalism.
There's no professionalism here.
Wait, plug your toilet and get out of here.
Exactly.
Is that what you asked the washroom?
Stuffing like towels in there.
Yeah.
The wet bandits straight again.
When I said that I was like looking for an editor, that's so close.
Punch in, and now you're there.
Who would have thought I'd get any value from this tour?
There you go. Well, we like to give back to our community.
You guys squeeze in tight.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to build a submarine. Most of my woodworking friends do the purple light background, and I hate
They do what?
purple light.
I've got a patent on that.
Do you?
No.
Are you the purple background guy? God, it's terrible.
Fair. Government wiener slapped on him or whatever. You know.
I like that.
Cut that out. Scott, cut that out of the video.
We can actually use that in mine, so you're fine.